Hello, hello. We are broadcasting from Blue Mountains, Australia, and we are solving some issues with the images. I hope you can see properly. So my name is Noemi Banchi. We are in Springwood, the Blue Mountains from Sydney, Australia. Let me just see if we can continue. So there you go. Okay. Fantastic. Perfect. So what we are going to do today, we are starting these activities about a trip in which we learned with some friends. You can see the picture. Rubén Cedeño and Fernando Candioto organized this study trip for a group of friends. And the idea is, and first of all, the title of this activity. But the title of this activity is Unknown Teaching. And in the middle of this activity, we are going to see the connection between this trip and the name of the title. So first of all, when we talk about metaphysics, people, sometimes I mention metaphysics and they ask me, what is metaphysics? Well, in a nutshell, metaphysics is the way to think, to be positive. Because if you're negative, if you think negative things, that the money is not enough, that everything is very expensive, then you will see that you don't have enough money to pay your bills, to do what you want. So the way to change things is by the thought, your thoughts. Well, and by saying that, students of Christian metaphysics with Rubén Cedeño at the Church of San Girolamo de la Carità. San Girolamo lived here, so there in that place, and was the first translator of the Bible in Rome, Italy. Well, and it's very it's good to be clear that when we talk about Catholicism or Christianity, we need to be aware that in Jesus' time, they were not called Christians because that word didn't exist. So in the Church of San Girolamo de la Carità, that was the place that you see the picture there, where San Girolamo lived. But he didn't live only there. And he was the first translator of the Bible. When you read the Bible means a lot of books. And it's the Bible, this is what Rubén Cedeño says. The Bible is about you. The Bible is always about you, the one who read this, who read the Bible, of course. I wish, Rubén Cedeño says, I wish all Bibles include this. This is about you. Because everything in the Bible is nothing but a study of human and metaphysical psychology. In religion, some people tend to think that God is somewhere else. I don't know where. Sometimes they say everywhere, but yeah, what is everywhere? But God is within me, within you, is part of you. For that reason, the Bible is about you. And how can you improve your quality of life? So, in the 4th century, Pope Saint Damasus I created the Bible, and asked Saint Jerome to, Saint Jerome is San Girolamo in Italian. So Saint Jerome translated the Bible into Latin. Latin in the 4th century was, in comparison, the English. It was the most popular language spoken. So that's why books in this language and in that language, in many language, and Saint Jerome, he knew all these languages, and so by the request of the Pope Saint Damasus, and this is the image where Saint Jerome is with Saint Damasus, all organizing this. Well, these are the books. I want to create this Bible. Now you need to translate this into Latin so people can understand. What happened before the Bible existed? Well, before the communication was word of mouth, images. That's why you see the churches, a lot of images. People couldn't read, only a few people were well educated and could access to reading, writing. And this is my person standing at the door of San Lorenzo in Damaso. That church is where San Damasus lived. So between this church, which is very close to that one, so this is San Jerome, so in Italian is San Girolamo della Carità. That's very close to this church, San Lorenzo in Damaso. So between these two places, in a few streets of the city of Rome, the Bible was created. In which century? 4th. After 400 years that Jesus lived, the Bible was created, which was amazing, because even look at this nowadays. It's an amazing book because it's about you. San Girolamo or San Jerome translated the Bible into Latin, the so-called Vulgate. And you can see there the hand of San Girolamo, San Jerome. That's the hand, part of the hand. He also went to live to Israel, to Bethlehem, because he wanted to live near Jesus when Jesus was born in Bethlehem. And there is a place where you can see this image of San Jerome. It's like a fresco. It's on the wall. And San Jerome lived there. So if you see the Italy and Bethlehem, it was quite far away, but what San Jerome was traveling from Italy to Bethlehem to Italy, so he was translating, and then when he finished the translation, went to Rome, and I said, okay, what do you think? This is what I done. And then he was traveling from Italy to Rome, from Rome to Bethlehem. Let me see. It's from here to there. That's the trip. Okay, and you can see so many. I don't know so many, but a lot of people that want to understand God, and they study from different religions, Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, which actually Buddhism is Buddha Dharma. Nowadays is called Buddhism, but keep in mind that it is Buddha Dharma. And Jesus was Jew. When he was born, Maria and Joseph, Mary and Joseph, they taught Jesus about St. Paul. This is a Caesarea, and this is my person there a few years ago, and you can see that Caesarea Maritima was an ancient and medieval port city on the coast of the Mediterranean. And history says that King Herod the Great, Herod, established a harbour and dedicated the town and its port to Caesar Augustus as Caesarea. That's why the name comes from that person, Caesar Augustus, Caesarea. So from this, what is about this right now? Because, and this is what Ruben Cedeño, you can see him, from Caesarea Maritima, some unknown people went to unknown lands to speak about an unknown person, and everyone believed them. So from that place, you can see that port. So the disciples, the people who were listening to Jesus, what he was saying, and they took at that point, flights, airports didn't exist, so the most common thing was a port, and that's why they said, okay, I'm going to Greece, I'm going to Italy, I'm going to this place, and to spread the word. So who are the unknown people? I told you, the apostle. The unknown lands were the world, and the unknown person was Jesus. So they were unknown. They talk about an unknown teaching, and they believed them. Why? Why do you think they believed them? It happened the same with metaphysics right now. When people hear about metaphysics, it's not about I believe blindly. You can believe because you try. You put this into practice. When I said about metaphysics, it's about being positive. Well, you can see when you think positive, something positive. When you think, I want this beautiful dress, for example. Let's talk about this dress. I want this beautiful dress. I love it. Well, I want to wear it. I go and buy it. Thank you, Father, because I have this beautiful dress already. Whereas, do you think I will wear this dress if I thought, oh no, but it's too expensive, I don't know? No, I will not go into the shop and try on and then buy it. So positivism. This is another port. We are traveling all around Europe. The Apostle St. Paul landed in Puteoli, stayed for 7 days, and then began with his companions his journey by the Appian Way to Rome. And we were there as well. All the pictures I show you, I was there. So we went there with Ruben and Fernando, and we took pictures, I think I put yes. We saw this. This is a church, and it says that St. Paul was there. What we already read, St. Paul was there. That was the first point when St. Paul touched the land in Rome, in Italy, let's say, because it was in Putuali, in direction to Rome. That's why he went through the Appian Way. And this is, you can see, Paulo di Tarso means Paul di Tarso, Paul of Tarsus. Paulo di Tarso. St. Paul, in metaphysics, we know as Master Hilarion. And we are going to talk about Master Hilarion or St. Paul in a few activities, probably next activity. And this is Noemi, where here in Sydney, under the Harbour Bridge, because one day I came from Argentina, where I learned metaphysics, and I came to right now what I'm doing right now, talking about metaphysics. Inclusivity. Inclusion, being one with others, is one of the objectives of the fourth initiation or inner crucifixion. It is fourth initiation is what we are going to commemorate in a few days with Jesus' resurrection or crucifixion actually. Easter. It is an action that, if practiced, reduces envy, wars, betrayals, deceptions, crimes, and enmities. This powerful phrase can be used, I am one with you. When you talk with someone, the first is when two people disagree, two or more. If they agree, they are connected. Oh, we are eye to eye. But when people disagree, then they think they are not on the same page. Well, you can practice saying this with your family member, your boss, your colleagues, your neighborhood, the person in front of you driving their vehicle. I am one with you. Look at this, or think about this. If you say to someone that they are silly, let's say, to say something soft, you are saying that about you. So I am one with you means that we are all thinking about you. And if you want to get along with someone, you can say this, I am one with you. Unknown teaching. It sounds like an oxymoron. Because if you're going to learn why, unknown is something that you don't know. And teaching, if you're going to learn something, obviously you don't know. So it's kind of an oxymoron, because we are going to say teaching is what we learn, yes, but it's something new, something that you don't know. And this is where we talk about the learning process, the conscious competence learning model applied to metaphysics, which consists of 4 stages: 1. Unconscious and incompetence. You don't know that you don't know how to unfold your you don't know that you don't know that you have an inner self. I am a physiotherapist. When I talked to my patients and I said to them, the body is hurt, something is going on in their physical body, and I'm saying to them, are you your body? And they don't really know that they are not their body. Because St. Paul said we are spirit, soul, and body. So you are not your body. And they don't know that. They think that if something happened with their body, if something happened to them. That they are the body. So unconscious incompetence. Number 2, someone tell you, no, you're not your body. So then you say, conscious, but still incompetent. So I am aware that I don't know the procedure for my inner unfold. Okay. All right. So now I know that I'm not just my body. Who am I? So, and then it's the process of, okay, I need to learn. I need to study metaphysics. I need to do something about this. Number 3, conscious competence. I am aware and practice metaphysics with a facilitator training in a group. It's when you are in the doing. Imagine when you are learning to drive, you are thinking of, how to park, look at the mirror, all the things that you need to do, put the belt on, the seat belt, fasten the seat belt, all the things that you need to do. Conscious competence. And that can take many years. And then unconscious competence is when I am fully aware that I am clear in what I am, what do I want to do, and I'm doing it. And it's automatic. It's when you are driving your car now, you're not thinking of, I need to do this or that, I need to turn here. You just go almost in that unconscious state, like you just do it almost automatically. So when we talk about metaphysics, this unknown teaching, we are talking about the factor 21. And what is this factor 21? The 7 principles, the 7 rays, and the 7 shifts. The 7 universal principles, the first one is mentalism, and is think positively. Example. I am on time. Think, I will get, when you are going to somewhere, I'm going to get a spot for my car, to park my car, parking spot. Instead of the opposite, saying, it's really hard to find a parking spot here. That's the opposite. First, thought, think, mentalism. Use the power of your mind, your thought. Think positively. Number 2, cause and effect. Create positive causes. You are the creator of your world. How? By your thoughts, your feelings, your words, and your actions. You create by your thought, feeling, words, and actions. So when you think something positive, I will get a parking spot, that's positive. Then you get that. That's the cause when you get to the place, and then arriving, you find that spot. Rhythm. Do not move to the extremes. Heat and cold. But both are essentially temperature. Well, instead of saying, oh, I'm freezing or I'm super, super hot, well, you can say, I am the perfect temperature. The middle. If you go to one extreme, then it will come the other. You know, the seasons, when it's really, really hot, then you know that in winter will be very, very cold. Vibration. Do not attach yourself because everything vibrates and changes. Vibration, everything vibrates, everything that is alive. Colors vibrate. The house vibrates. Everything has a vibration. Food. You know that, like Aristotle said, we are what we eat and the exercise we do. So choosing the food that is nutrition for yourself. Drinking water, enough water. Choosing food, I wouldn't say following that stars that you see in the parks, because sometimes I have my doubts. Sometimes I say, really? This has 4 stars? But anyway, it's a good way to follow something healthy. In talking about vibration and food, when we eat, we don't need to eat meat. That's a misconception. People think that to be healthy, to be satisfied, to be able to lose weight sometimes, they need to eat meat. And you know what? When we eat meat, the animal, wherever the animal is, had feelings. And in the moment of their death, they suffered. So all that fear you are introducing into your body. Plus, you are eating a dead body. When you eat meat, that's what. Polarity. Consider the opposite polarity in everything. Okay, I'm going to paraphrase this expression from a movie which I don't remember. Base your decisions on faith instead of fear. Because always if there is fear, there is faith. If there is hatred, there is love. If there is ignorance, there is wisdom. If there is ugliness, there is beauty. If there is illness, there is health. If there is poverty, there is prosperity. If there is judgment, there is compassion. There are always there are opposites. Now, in which side are you? The generation is realize everything is generated through multiplication. You generate thoughts. That thought we will be moved by feelings, and those feelings will be multiplied, and then you are going to speak about that, and then you're going to do something about that, and so on and so on. And then correspondence. Be aware that everything is duplicated somewhere else. Now, we talk about the 7 universal principles, the 7 aspects of the totality of life. And they are 7 aspects, 7 rays. The first blue ray of goodwill, the second golden ray of wisdom, the third pink ray of love, the fourth white ray of harmony, the fifth green ray of truth, the sixth gold ruby ray of prosperity, and the 7th violet ray of forgiveness. Forgiveness. When we forgive, we forget. That's the equation. Forgive, forget. That's it. If you say I forgive but I don't forget, it's because you haven't forgiven. Yes. Although you say, well, no, but I forgive. If you still remember, and if that situation you cannot speak about it, is because you haven't forgiven. Forgive is, look, in metaphysics, everything is simple. I forgive you. That's it. It's the word, and then I repeat it until I feel it. And then it's gone. From my memory, it's gone. Or even if someone reminds me about that situation or that person, it doesn't move anything inside of me. It's okay, I can speak about that because now I'm over that. And when we talk about the 7 sheaths, we talk about the 7 planes. Remember that when I said that when I ask my patients, are you your body? Are you your body? Well, there are 7 planes, and we are all intermingled, like this. The physical plane, like this, we can touch. Emotional, the emotions, feelings. Mental, thoughts, what we think. The inclusive enlightenment, which is all about the inclusivity. Consciousness of the being, that you start being aware of who you are. Divine being, so you are already who you are. And primordial, the primordial. These 7 planes we can see in a simple way as spirit, soul, and body. Spirit, which one? Oh, no. I thought I have the light. Yes. No, maybe you don't see. Can you see it? No, you cannot see it. Okay, so the spirit is the big image, the big body, white body of light. That's the spirit. Spirit, life, light. That's the spirit. The soul is that part of awareness, of consciousness, is your consciousness, that you are aware of the things. And in the picture, it's surrounded, the soul, this consciousness is surrounded by 7 concentric spheres, which are the 7 rays. And the body is composed of physical body. The etheric is the vitality, the emotions and thoughts. All of that is about metaphysics. I know it's a lot of things, but this is in a nutshell. When we talk about an unknown teaching, imagine all of these things that is here to go one by one to put into practice. And Gamaliel was the teacher of St. Paul, the apostle, which we know formerly as Saul of Tarsus. Gamaliel is on the picture the person who is carrying the book. And Rubén Cedeño recompiled the words of Gamaliel, and he said, if the work is of human origin, it will fail. But if it is from God, you will not be able to stop it. So, St. Paul went from that port, Caesarea, and went to Rome, to Greece, to spread this teaching, this unknown teaching about an unknown person, and they believed him. Because of this, what Gamaliel said, some people get lost in the journey because it's human, it's limited. But when it's from God, that is eternal. You will not be able to stop it. Well, and to finish today's activity, we have the Saint Germain's blessing. I enfold you with my courage, strength, perfect health, filling your minds and bodies until there is only harmony there. Thank you. See you next time. Bye for now.